Good afternoon, Jose. I
Hello.
think that this time last week over in Belgium we asked you about Wayne Rooney and his fitness. Has there been any progress there? And can he play a role for you in these important games between now and the end of the season?
He's working now, is improving. And if in this training session the answer is positive, I would select him to be on the bench tomorrow. And his experience, his know-how of this knockout phase, I think is a player that can be useful tomorrow. If we need a goal, he can help us. If we need to keep a result, to keep the ball, to keep control of the game by having possession, he can help us too. So hopefully his answer in the training session is positive.
Jose, do you know why Wayne has had so much problems recovering from this ankle injury?
He had not big problems during the season, but he had a few small problems. And, sometimes when you get into a certain age, I'm not saying he's old, we have older players and there are many older players in great conditions, but when you get into a certain age, it's a little bit more difficult to recover. I think it's just that. But we have 7 matches to play in the Premier League, plus 1 or 3 or 4 in the Europa League, so we can go to 10, 11 matches. We don't have many players. We lost players in the January market. We didn't bring anyone. We lost players in the international week. We need everyone. We need everyone that can. And Wayne can, so hopefully can give us a help.
Jose, do you have any injury concerns apart from the obvious Jones, Matip and Smalling?
No injuries from the game, but also nobody recovered. So Matip, Jones, Smalling, they are out and still out. And Wayne is the only one that is possible, if it's possible. I cannot confirm now, but the paparazzi that live in the Lowry Hotel, they can take the picture when we go to the hotel at 6 o'clock and see if Wayne is selected. I would like him to be selected, yes. I would like to have him as an option.
Jose, was Sunday's performance, with the intensity of it from first minute to the last, is that the real benchmark for your team now in the last few games of the season?
It was a very good performance. I think you touched the right points. The team was very intense. The team was fast to press. The team was quick to recover the ball. The team was quick to sink and was quick and direct in getting depth in the game. So it was a really good performance, I always think that football is a lot about the motivational levels. And of course, to play against the leader is always a challenge for everyone. I think it's also a challenge for everyone to play against Manchester United, to play against the big teams gives you always something extra. And we reached that level of concentration, intensity. We reached that level against Chelsea, and especially because we started from minute 1. We had similar periods at Old Trafford in some matches, but we had more in the last 20 minutes of the game than in the beginning, and really in the last weekend we started really strong.
Mr. Mourinho, which things do you want your players to be especially aware of playing against Anderlecht tomorrow?
No, the first thing is to have the motivation high, and I think in a big club like Manchester United, probably when you start the Europa League, you don't have that motivation high. But that's September, that's October, that's the group phase. When you get into this level, I think the motivation has to be very high. And we must equalize at least Anderlecht motivation and Anderlecht dream to go. So I think it's a motivational question, because I think we showed in Brussels that we are a stronger team, that we have different kind of arguments, but you have to equalize the motivational levels. That's the most important thing.
Jose, you've picked Sergio Romero for every knockout game in the Europa League this season. Will Sergio continue to be your keeper in the Europa League until you finish the competition, or are you still?
No, he's not my goalkeeper for the Europa League. He's my goalkeeper for tomorrow. And he was my goalkeeper in other matches, but he's not my goalkeeper for the Europa League. I never like to do that complete separation. I can say priority for Sergio to play in Europa League, yes, but we had some matches where David played. David priority to play Premier League, but I don't like the complete separation. I cannot say every match is for one or for other. The reality is that Sergio is very stable, he's very experienced, he's playing very well. He played in the Premier League, he played well. He played in the FA Cup, he played well. He played in the League Cup, he played well. So every time he plays well, he's very stable. And I think it's very important to have goalkeepers playing, because if not, one day you have a problem, and one goalkeeper has to play and doesn't have the feeling of the match. So I always like to rotate my goalkeepers in the different competitions, but without that complete separation of this competition is for me, that competition is for you.
Mr. Mourinho, that 1-1 was a very good result, especially for Anderlecht, but tomorrow it will be a game in very different circumstances. How much hope would you give to the Anderlecht fans and Anderlecht to qualify?
You know, first of all, if you don't concede a goal, we go through. And that is important for us to know. But at the same time, Anderlecht knows if they don't score a goal, they are out. So I think that also has to affect their way of thinking, because if they don't score, they are out. So let's see what happens. But you know, we play at home. I know that our records at home in the Premier League is not the best, but in the Europa League is the perfect record. We won every match at home. And we know that not conceding a goal, we go through. But are we going to play for a 0-0? No. No. We had a similar situation with Rostov, with the same result away. And we played at home. And of course it was difficult, but we always tried to win the match. So that's what we are going to try.
Jose.
Sorry, you will need to speak up.
Yes, speak up. Okay, thank you. Do you think that the qualification for our Champions League next year will be the determining when you will decide for next year? And could you just say a little word about this? If he's getting more energy in his body after not playing as much as
I didn't listen.
Which player are you
So do
talking?
you think that if we qualify for the Champions League next season, we'll make it if it's not only Ibrahimovic sign for another season? If that's the determining?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Jose, Anthony Martial wasn't even on the bench on Sunday. Are you still not fully satisfied with his level of contribution for you?
You know, we are together for almost 10 months or something like that. The same way I know the players much better now. The players, they should know me also much better now. the same way I know what the players like, I think the players, they also know what I like. The same way I have to go in the direction of the players they have also to come in my direction. And that's the point. And that's the point. That's why Marcus Rashford, even without scoring goals, even without being since September, without scoring a goal in the Premier League, even without that, he was always a player that I trust. He was always a player that I play. He was always a player that I support, because he was always coming in my direction, in the direction of what I want from a player, what I want as a Manchester United player. So I think he's about that. He's about get to know each other better and better and better, and go in the direction of the things that we like. So do I think Anthony is a player with great potential? Yes, I think. Do I think he can play successfully for me? Yes, I think. But he needs to give me things that I like very much. I didn't listen.
And that Mkhitaryan has played well. Do you think he's fulfilling his full potential?
In the Europa League? Yeah. In the Europa League? Yes.
Paul? Sorry, just out.
Jose, you're the only English team left in Europe now after Leicester were knocked out of the Champions League last night. I know you spoke about the arrangement of the fixtures, but is there another reason why you think English teams are struggling to get beyond the quarterfinals?
I think the fixture list is important. I think the Christmas period is also important. I think the difficulty of the Premier League is also important, because the difficulty of the Premier League is because it's not just about the number of matches we play and the number of matches they play in other countries. It's also about the level of the competition and the quality of the competition. You see, for example, last weekend Real Madrid played in the La Liga with the second team. In here we cannot play with second teams. It's very rare here that the top teams, they win easily. It's very rare that a 4-0, a 5-0, a 5-1 happens. So every match is played, and every match is played for 90 minutes. Every match is played until the last detail. Every match is played at high intensity levels. So this difficulty, I think, really makes it more difficult than for other countries.
Okay, last two questions, one there and one over here. Okay. No, sorry. We're talking about the Anderlecht game, so Stuart.
Jose, you know Zlatan as a man, as a character, a personality. Do you have a concern that because the final is going to be in Stockholm, where there's a statue outside the stadium for him, that it might be the perfect finale for him, that's job done, goodbye?
I don't think about it. I just think about Manchester United. I think would be the perfect finale for us. Would be the perfect end of the season for us. Would be the perfect end of the season. Difficult season, lots of matches, fighting in every competition, trying to build the team, trying to recover a certain mentality, to finish the season by playing an European final, in spite of It's the second European competition. Would be the perfect finale for us, for Manchester United.
Okay, last question.
Sorry? I think for Zlatan it would be fantastic to play the final in his country. To play the final in Stockholm would be perfect. Would be beautiful, but no more than that.
Okay, last question.
Yeah, yet last Thursday you were a little bit disappointed in Zlatan. Will you give him another chance tomorrow?
I was not disappointed with Zlatan. I was disappointed with the team.
With the attackers, you said they had to kill the game.
Yeah, the team had the game in their hands, and the team didn't kill the game. We could be speaking now about a friendly game tomorrow. If we win in Anderlecht 3-0, tomorrow would be a nice game. It would be a game to play probably Axel Tuanzebe and to play some of the younger boys without any kind of pressure. We didn't kill the game. Not tomorrow we have a big game. And I was not disappointed with Zlatan. I was disappointed with the global attitude, because the game was, at a certain point, the game was easy to kill, and we didn't.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you.